Hoosiers. Indiana Hoosiers. Just handing out ass whoopings. You want one? You want one? Maybe you want one. Man. On January the 9th, 2026, the Indiana Hoosiers walked into Atlanta and absolutely annihilated the Oregon Ducks, 56-22. In the college football playoff semifinal, a game that was over almost before it started. This wasn't an upset. This wasn't luck. This was domination.
Who picks it up, and the only guy that sees Mendoza take off is Washington.
Quinn Warren kicks off for Indiana. The college football semifinal of the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl is underway. Jeremiah McClellan got belted just shy of the 20-yard line. De'Aaron Hill Jr. is the running back. The quick pass is intercepted. It's going to be run in for an Indiana touchdown. D'Angelo Pons on the first play of the game.
And a big mistake here early by Dante Moore. Look at D'Angelo Pons. Got outside leverage of an outbreaking route, and his eyes are in the backfield the whole way. The ball's thrown slightly inside. Pons grabs it and takes it to the house. The vision defense that Indiana will play throughout this game make it very difficult to take those free access completions. And Pons, who is a lockdown corner into the boundary, will make you pay every single time.
Bill Stein, the offensive coordinator, on his way to be the head coach at Kentucky. Play action pass. It's a screen. Jay Harris staggers but stays on his feet and has another first down with a 12-yard gain. Dan Lanning likes to go for it a lot on fourth down. He's not going to have to make that decision. Malik Benson, the run after the catch. Down to the 40-yard line. D'Angelo Pons the stop.
And this is a very aggressive group. You see overload, 4 guys coming on the left side of the center. One guy drops out. It's a simulated pressure, and Bryant Haynes does that over and over again. They try to mess with your rules from a protection standpoint. You're probably going to have a lot of free hitters. The quarterback, though, can beat it with quick throws. He does it to Benson.
Fisher's the leader. Dante Moore said he was troubled in the regular season game, that Fisher kept hollering out what play was coming. Moore over the middle, caught, first down. Good throw to Jay Harris. Play action pass, design roll out, Sadiq the catch, and it's another Oregon first down. Out of bounds at the 17-yard line. Sadiq has 8 touchdown catches, which leads all FBS Indiana tight ends.
It is their first.
Timeout by Indiana. They're on their heels. They're 2 for 2 on third down on the drive. A pocket again to the end zone. Touchdown! Jamari Johnson! Seven minutes and 38 seconds, and Moore 5 out of 8 on the drive for 50.
And how about the guts and maturity and poise displayed by the 20-year-old Dante Moore, who after the disappointment early answers back.
Hemby is the running back. He'll split time with Kalon Black. Plenty of time, and does another back shoulder throw and a catch in traffic.
And the timing is so incredible, and the precision and strength of Surratt to work through the contact of the defender, flip at the last second. This is well covered, this is well defended, but guess what? On a perfectly timed back shoulder, you can't stop.
Not as dramatic as the moves were in Eugene on third down and 4. He's on target, caught the tight end, Riley Nowakowski. Taken across the boundary by Bryce Betcher, the linebacker, Oregon's leading tackler. 8th play of the drive. Hemby rips through the middle of the defense. First down, Hoosiers. Inside the 18-yard line, he got 11. Washington's a terrific player. He's 330 pounds. Hemby turns the corner. Has a lead blocker inside the 5 and out of bounds. They're going to mark him out at the 7. He's at the left end of the offensive line. Mendoza, end zone, caught! Touchdown! Omar Cooper!
And I just love this design. You see the inside leverage, which you're going to beat with an out-breaking route every time. Usually, it's Surratt on the outside on the back shoulder this part of the field. Instead, this time, they go with a slot formation. They get Cooper lined up against the safety and Aaron Flowers, and you don't have a lot of room as a quarterback.
They had a very tough time on 3rd down against Texas Tech. And that continues. Jay Harris driven back by Mikhail Kamara with help from Isaiah Jones. He told us yesterday, graduated in 3 years, very proud that he came out of the Haas School of Business in Berkeley with a degree. He told us it's the 2nd-rated undergraduate business school in the country behind Penn. We looked it up and he wasn't lying. Here's that running ability we talked about earlier. First down and much more. Finally shoved out of bounds by Aaron Flowers at the 41.
Well, it's really, really well done because it's a pressure up the middle. It's really well defended and blocked by Black, who picks it up. And the only guy that sees Mendoza take off is Washington. And at 330 pounds, he's really fast, but he's not as fast as Mendoza. So athletic in the open field.
He walked onto the football team, had to give up a partial baseball scholarship and paid his own way for 2.5 years. Now he might have to decide. His dad is here tonight. He might have to decide for pro career with football or baseball, as he's going to be drafted in the NFL. Mendoza, the ball is loose. It got ripped up by Nasir Wyatt. Back in the hands of Mendoza, and Wyatt gets there again. A loss of 20.
Thanks for calling Discover.
Hi, I just received my new Discover.
2 picks. If Moore goes into the NFL draft, he hasn't made up that decision yet. The ball slips out of his hand as he wound up to throw. And Indiana has it inside the 5. Mario Landino came up with the ball for the Hoosiers. Or might have collided with Hill as he wound up to fire.
That's exactly what happened, and without Whittington, without Davidson, they have not had a ton of reps with Hill. They have an RPO called. Hill gets too close, and as Moore is pulling it back, it hits the nose of the football against the left shoulder pad. A massive mistake, but probably could have been avoided with more experienced backfield.
Mendoza with Black, the running back. Black straight ahead, touchdown. Kaylon Black.
With the Indiana Hoosiers, if you give them an inch, they take a mile. And Dante Moore's second mistake, miscommunication with the back, results in a fumble recovered by Landino. And a couple plays later, Black pays it off to give him a 2-score lead.
Harris, the running back, on 2nd and 3. Play action fake. Moore running out of time and gets sacked. Dominique Ratcliffe and Tyreek Tucker. Under 6 minutes to go in the half. 3rd and 12. Moore under pressure again and down at the 31.
to nobody, and it's really across the board. They're phenomenal.
Mendoza, another back shoulder throw to Surratt. They throw a flag. He caught the ball anyway, with Theron Johnson all over him. Back shoulder throw is coming, don't you, if you're guarding this guy?
They played it well. Obviously grabs the jersey with the left hand, results in the flag. You cannot cover that. I don't care what the you cannot play the back shoulder much better.
So Signetti brought him to James Madison in the portal, where he excelled. Now he's a Hoosier. Deep throw, Charlie Becker! Touchdown, Indiana!
They can throw it over your head. It's press coverage. Fernando Mendoza knows exactly where he's going. He just has to take care of the safety. His eyes start there to the left. Then his helmet swivels over, which buys just enough time for Thieneman. Can't get over the top, and Becker, the emerging
Heisman Trophy winner Fernando Mendoza played like a man who wanted another trophy. He went 17 of 20, threw 5 touchdowns, and had more TDs than incompletions. He hit Omar Cooper Jr., Charlie Becker, Elijah Surratt, and E.J. Williams Jr. 7 different receivers caught passes. 4 different receivers caught touchdowns. Precision, poise, perfection.
As we head back to our touchscreen with our very own QB, Matt Sims. And Matty, at the start of the season, nobody outside of Bloomington, Indiana could have predicted what was about to transpire there. With Fernando Mendoza winning the Heisman Trophy, now taking the Hoosiers to their first ever national championship. And now for the second straight week, he's got more touchdown passes than incompletions. What do you see on the tape against Oregon?
This dude's phenomenal. He's the first pick of the draft. He's the best quarterback available. There's no doubt about it in my mind. And here we get another similar formation that we saw, right, against the Alabama defense, right? We got the extra tackle in the game outside here. We got 2 receivers outside to this concept. And all they're basically going to run is just a quick out route or a corner that's going halfway through the end zone, and that one-step now route underneath. And this is something that he'll be running on Sundays too, again, right, for that next franchise in his career. But the token flash fake by the running back there, they're pulling the backside tight end across to make that even more aggressive for the defense to hone in and stop that run. But it's all about the decision making. Quick decision right off that play fake. The beautiful throw there to the outside. That is just pinpoint accuracy. Great route and one-on-one coverage. They're going to win those matchups every single time. And, of course, you have to respect the run with the extra tackle in the game.
And that drive kind of just encapsulated how impressive he's been all year. That was a 4-for-4, 41-yard drive, touched off by the touchdown there. All right, you mentioned NFL draft. Charlie Becker's a guy that we were watching the game, and you said he's another guy that's going to be playing on Sunday.
He's another guy, too, that is very under the radar, but he is a really good football player. He has 6'4", so he's got the size, he's got the length, he can high point the football. We see the great throw again and catch against Alabama.
Right.
Here we go again. One-on-one situation. He's just going to run an outside release go. He wins immediately at the line of scrimmage, right? And as soon as we say, hey, when you're even, you're leaving, that's exactly what he does. The rest of the concept is another concept that we saw again a week ago, where it's just the one-on-one backside with basically double ends to work through the progression. So Mendoza, if he doesn't like this one-on-one, he progresses right through across the field. So it's a full field progression for him. But for Mendoza, flash fake again. Great move at the line of scrimmage, the left-right, immediately driving off that outside shoulder. Finney, who's been playing absolutely phenomenal on an island for Oregon all year as that freshman corner, has been playing great. But this is just, it's scheme. It's just the great talent of Indiana, the execution. It's too much for the freshman to take care of business in this one-on-one situation. The high point of the football is absolutely ridiculous, too. And that's where, it's just different, man. This truly is NFL football, the way that they're able to make these contested catches consistently versus good coverage. But again, Fernando Mendoza, with his size, his ability to spin the football, the ability that Surratt and guys like Becker have to catch the football at their highest point when they're covered well, that really is what separates them from a lot of other teams right now.
And it separates him from a lot of other players. He just puts it in a place where only his guy can get it. And Finney had 2 picks against Texas Tech. You mentioned it, too. He's been great all year long. But that throw, and this throw, too, to his main man, Elijah Surratt.
This is the one that, NFL scouts, they're going to be like, wow, this is just, you can't draw this up any more to what it is about being like an NFL football player.
Right.
So you're taught in the NFL, when you throw to the front pylon, you throw it low, right? When you're throwing it to the back pylon, you throw it high, at least to about, the uprights is kind of what they say, because you want to say us or nobody.
Okay.
When it's on the front end line, you want to throw it low because you don't want to get that tip pass at the line of scrimmage or at the goal line and it get intercepted. So we're going to see here again for them, right? We're in a set where gotta respect the run because we know that Mendoza's a good runner. We know that Black or Hemby are capable of doing that, especially with just 5 men blocking for them. We get a bunch set over here where it's essentially like a corner and then a one-step now route again, which is another way of saying like a quick slant.
Okay.
Now, when we see this play, they're gonna fall off and try to defend the now route. But the ability for Mendoza to throw this football aggressively over the line of scrimmage, but then have the ability to follow through so where he can throw the ball down towards his target and in front of this defender before he can make a play on it, that's where it's just like, dude, like the case is over. This guy is different. His ability to process information is very unique, right? And that's really what the NFL game is about. It's about being big, it's about being strong, and it's the ability to process information extremely fast. Mendoza has been putting on a clinic in that department.
While Mendoza carved up Oregon, the Hoosiers ran the ball with authority. Keelan Black scored twice. Indiana averaged 4.6 yards per carry and controlled the trenches all night. Defensively, IU pressured more, constantly forced mistakes and held Oregon to empty yards until the game was long out of reach. This was Big Ten physicality, and physicality won. This wasn't just a semifinal. This was a message. Indiana isn't a Cinderella. They're not a fluke. They're the most dominant team in college football. Undefeated, explosive, disciplined, and fearless. Kirk Cignetti has built a monster, and they're 60 minutes from immortality. Hoosier Nation, sound off. What was your favorite moment from the 56-22 beatdown of Oregon? Pond's pick, 6 on the first play. Mendoza's 5 TD masterpiece. The defense forcing turnover after turnover. Keelan Black punching it in twice. Or just the fact we're heading to the national championship. Drop your thoughts below and let's celebrate this historic win together. Indiana is one win away from glory. Thanks for joining us. God bless. Have a great evening.